Okay, guys, so some really great news in regards to the Battlefront Classic Collection. We did just get a brand new announcement that there is a patch coming very soon that will fix a ton of bugs in the game, as well as making fixes for the multiplayer and a host of other things as well. So in this video, I have all the details for you. Make sure you watch through to the end so you don't miss anything, because there are so many changes here and you guys are going to want to know about all of them. Now, with that said, thank you guys again for the support on the channel lately. Please leave a thumbs up for this video if you guys are hoping that this is enough to bring back the hype around the Battlefront Classic Collection. And also let me know down in the comments, are you guys still excited about this even after the terrible launch? Or have you guys moved on to other games? If so, did you go back to the new Battlefront 2 as in EA's version, or are you playing something completely different? I'm curious to know how many people actually still go to EA's Battlefront 2, because I might make a comeback on the channel. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Anyways, regardless, there has been an update from Aspire Joe, who has posted on the Aspire support page saying Update 1 is available now for the Star Wars Classic Collection. Okay, we're off to a good start. It is available right away, so we don't have to wait. This is ready to go now. We are in the submission and certification process for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, and we'll release Update 1 on those platforms as soon as that process completes. Okay, so it's finished. It just hasn't rolled out yet. They're just waiting for approval. Great. We're continuing to make server-side adjustments to improve the online multiplayer experience, as well as planning for Update number 2. Please continue to report bugs, errors, or unexpected behaviors to our support form. Okay, awesome. Great start. Everything's ready to go. All of these changes that we're about to read off are just in the approval stage. So once they get the green light, this will be rolled out. Fantastic. All right, let's check the full change list. So starting off in multiplayer, which in my opinion has been the biggest disappointment of this release and probably the place that has the most issues and errors. They have fixed a crash related to client message sends. They've fixed the launch prompt to present or to be present after timing out or selecting cancel while joining a match. And they've fixed password locked games to no longer appear via the quick match option. So those changes aren't exactly what I was hoping to read. Obviously, we love like crash fixes and things like that, but there are definitely so many more crash issues that they have. I'm assuming they're just trying to roll something out quickly to semi-stabilize the multiplayer side of the game. So it's a start, but definitely there is more needed in terms of multiplayer. Now, there is a few more things here. So control schemes. They fixed a crash when entering the split screen menu in Battlefront 1, where player 1 would be incorrectly assigned to player 2. They fixed a crash that would occur when attempting to build fleets while using mouse and keyboard in Conquest on Battlefront 2. Fixed bonuses to be able to be highlighted in the bonus selection screen in Galactic Conquest. Fixed the invert Y action option to be visible. Okay, the Y-axis option is actually really funny, whereas in Battlefront 1, you could only fly inverted, and all they had to do was basically flip a switch to make that setting visible, which is great. That's actually really funny that they didn't just have that in the first place. But on top of that, they fixed the option to flip the X-axis and swap LS and RS to be unhidden as well. They've also fixed split screen games to be able to be started when only one controller is connected. So a couple of decent changes there. Again, the multiplayer is still going to be fairly cooked from my opinion, but hopefully there's something coming in the near future that's going to fix this. There's a ton of visual updates. I'm not going to read through all of these, but I will pop a screenshot on screen for you guys if you want to read through it. A lot of it is texture changes or things that are clipping or problems with the skybox, those kind of things that are more like your pretty much visual changes as it states in the header. But these things are going to just make the game a little more clean and tidy. And they've also fixed some of the units like sliding around on respawn in the XL maps, some weird jetpack behaviors and a couple of other things there. And they've fixed some of the like hit registration, ammo counts, the reticle fitting inside the aiming reticle. So they've done a bunch of changes here for the visuals. But again, probably mostly minor things. If you guys have read through that, you'll probably see it's all just related to graphic settings. As for Hero Assault, they did do a few things. So they rebalanced Asajj Ventress's abilities. I don't know what they've actually done here to fix her or to rebalance her. I would assume that maybe the range of her lightsabers has been improved a little bit or increased, because some of the hit registration you did have to be right on top of somebody else to actually connect. And then her secondary ability just did like no damage. So maybe they've buffed that up a little bit. I'm not too sure. They've fixed Kit Fisto's lightsaber to animate. I don't know what they mean by this, but I'm assuming if it's like the glowing effect that it had in the original Clone Wars, then maybe that's what they've done there. And they've also fixed his force power to no longer remain stuck to the client in multiplayer. So I think if you were throwing the force orb at someone in multiplayer, it was sticking to them and staying stuck to them, which looked really weird. They've made a bunch of audio changes, the biggest one being the Battlefront 1 loading screen sound, which had everybody losing their minds last week. That the sound in the loading screen was different. They've now fixed it, and it's going to be sounding much more like the original. They fixed some of the crashes when an audio output device was disconnected. Okay, so there's one of the crash fixes at least. They fixed music to play on several maps in Hero Assault mode. Fixed the sound effects for certain hero characters' weapons to play at the correct volume. Yeah, some weapons were really loud and some were just really quiet. So they kind of balanced that out. And the issue where the audio outputs would reverse has also been fixed. They've also put, to finish up here, other notable bug fixes, which hopefully there's something good in here. They fixed the soft locks upon finishing the game at the victory screen. I don't exactly know what that is. I haven't had that happen to me. They fixed a bridge in Bespin Cloud City to allow Droideka to roll on it. It was like the impossible bridge for a Droideka. They fixed Naboo Area 3's respawn blocker. They fixed collision issues affecting multiple maps. They fixed the assault mode to be present in the mode section of the pick search options menu. That was a mouthful, but sweet. They've also fixed the reinforcements to correctly deduct one reinforcement when the Republic or Rebels die on the Death Star. Okay, so that fix was if you were pushing someone off the map, it wouldn't deduct one from their reinforcement count. So now, obviously, if you do push someone off the edge, then it will count. They've also fixed the map and mode settings reset button. And finally, they fixed the load fail error that occurred when loading a profile. So another one of the crash fixes there. So overall, there has been quite a few changes in this update. But in saying that, a lot of the major crash issues seem like they're still there. And there's no word on when update number 2 is scheduled to be ready or to come out. So I'm really worried that the game is still going to be a buggy mess in multiplayer. And that's just going to see more and more people leaving the game. So are we going back to Battlefront 2 2017? Are we sticking it out with this and trying to work our way through it? What are we doing? I need to know from you guys down in the comments below. I need to know what you guys want to see for content as well, because if I'm going to be covering Battlefront Classic, I need to know that you guys are going to be enjoying it. And if you're not, should we go back to Battlefront 2 2017? I'm going to leave you guys with that. Hopefully these updates roll out very soon and they can get straight into update number 2, and we can expect that in the near future. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again, and may the Force be with you always.